Hidden beneath the ocean's depths, creatures have thrived, blurring the lines between myth and reality. For centuries, marine life with human-like features and monsters straight out of legend.
Oh my god!
Are these baseless rumors, or the dawn of a new era where magic and science coexist? Stick around to find out.
¿Ya lo vieron?
A scuba diver's GoPro captured a shocking sight deep within the ocean, and you have to agree that this is one of the clearest pieces of footage of the elusive mythical creature. The mermaid swam calmly, as if unaware of the diver's presence, who claimed that he crossed paths with the mermaid not once, but several times during his underwater adventure. As the clip blew up online, netizens were split in their opinions. While some believed this was a genuine sighting, claiming they've seen similar beings, others thought it was staged and the diver was in on it. What's your take on this one? The Greenland Mermaid. Two submarine crews were working in their small submarine in the Greenland Sea when something caught their attention. At one point of the clip, a webbed hand suddenly appeared in one of the windows, and just as the men turned around to inspect it, the creature ran away. However, its face was caught on camera before it escaped, leaving people to speculate what those alien-looking features meant. No human could survive this deep into the sea, leading people to believe that it was a mermaid attracted by the submarine's lights. Hydra. On the island of Barbados, a man caught this terrifying sight. A giant snake-like creature with 4 heads was seen in the distance crossing the southern part of the beach. People started comparing it to the mythological creature, the Hydra. While the video doesn't reveal much, the person who recorded it claimed the entity vanished out of sight within 15 seconds of its appearance. This led people to believe that it was just an illusion created by the light, while skeptics dismissed it as a hoax, saying such a massive creature appearing on our planet would have resulted in multiple reports. South African Mermaid. We've seen many mermaid sightings, but this is one of the clearest and most authentic looking ones yet. The clip showed a juvenile mermaid lying on the shore of a beach, struggling to breathe. People were crowded around her, poked and prodding her, but nobody made a move to help the poor creature. The only 2 explanations for this could be that they'd realized the mermaid couldn't survive, or were waiting for the authorities to take over. As bizarre as this sighting was, no official statement or reports came to light, creating suspicion around the clip. Could the mermaid have vanished without a trace, or was this simply a hoax? What's your guess? Swimming mystery. Rumors were circulating of a mermaid swimming in a nearby lake, and like any adventurer, this guy went to take a look for himself. Crouching behind some bushes with his camera in hand, he waited, and just like that, witnessed an unforgettable sight. A humanoid with a massive tail passed by, and interestingly enough, looked exactly like mermaids in the movies. If this was an actual thing, or just clever editing, I'm not sure, but the man seemed to be convinced that he saw something extraordinary. Possible Loch Ness. Back in April 2013, a student was filming a school project on low foil in Northern Ireland when he spotted something unusual in the water. A large, dark object was seen moving rapidly along the river's surface. The movement of the creature was smooth and silent, with the only audible sound the rushing water. The wake that the entity created was as long as the boat behind it, which was about 25 feet long, hinting at the creature's massive size. Experts believe that since the Lofoyle and Loch Ness of Scotland share the same waters, it was very likely to be the legendary Loch Ness monster. But with only the top of the entity visible, it could have been anything from a whale to a tow line. Mystery hand. Japanese fishermen were out on their usual business hoping for a good haul when the unexpected happened. As they were raising their fishing net, they noticed it moving strangely. Thinking it was a big fish, they quickly pulled it up, when suddenly it broke and a hand was seen trying to attack one of the anglers. They immediately let go of the net, which splashed into the water along with the mysterious hand. Although its body isn't visible in the clip, it's clear that it was a humanoid hand, and human hands in water could only belong to mermaids. Juvenile Nessie.
Oh my god!
A video from 2007 has recently gone viral, fueling speculation about the legendary Loch Ness once again. The special thing about this clip was that, unlike the others, it had captured a very detailed view of the creature. Even through the blurry video, we can make out the long neck, wide body, and a fish-like tail. Judging by its size, many believed it was a juvenile jumping out of the water. Netizens were shocked at what they saw and believed this to be the most authentic Loch Ness video ever recorded.
Oh my god!
Mummified Mermaid. Back in 2010, after a horrific storm hit Florida, residents visited a beach to see the aftermath. What they found there left them speechless. Among the trees that had drifted ashore lay a mermaid. The body had dried out, her scaly tail stiff. Even her hands had shriveled. It looked like she had been carried out there by the ferocity of the storm. As the video made rounds on the internet, people claimed that it was edited, but an analysis by an expert ruled out that possibility. Others thought it was a wax model, but after its mysterious disappearance, many were left to wonder if it was the real deal. Spanish Mermaid. On October 20th, 2013, some people were going on a boat trip in the sea in Spain when one of them saw something on a distant rock. Quickly grabbing his phone, the person started filming the incident. With a human-like head, a torso, arms, and a huge fish tail, the creature was seen sitting on top of the boulder. While the video quality isn't the best, you have to give it to the guy for capturing the elusive being right on time. Residents were shocked to see the video, and many claimed that they'd come across similar sightings of mermaids while on their boating trips as well. Sea Dragon. This is one of those videos where you can't decide if you should be fascinated or horrified by what you see. The man stared in shock as a shadowy figure rose in the far distance. With a long snake-like body and a dragon's head, the creature could be heard emitting a chilling sound. And just as suddenly as it appeared to dissolve behind the mist once again, as if it was never there. Well, that's one scary beach trip. I doubt the guy would be going back there again. The real deal. Movies and fairy tales aside, have you ever wondered what mermaids actually look like in real life? This video could give you a clue. From afar, it might look like the typical fictional mermaid, but the camera zoomed in to reveal something very scary. Flapping its fishtail, the mermaid had a strange-looking head, bald from the top. It looked like the hair grew from underneath it. With no visible ears and strange facial features, the mythical creature freaked out netizens across the world. It looks like mermaids are not at all like how we imagine them. Makes you wonder about everything that's still unknown to us. Swamp monster. A group of friends were passing by a forest in Indonesia when they came across a swamp. In one corner, a strange figure caught their eye. Only partially visible, hairy, and moving in a lifelike manner, there was no doubt that the creature was alive and not just branches bobbing in the muddy water. The spooky figure tried to approach the group before mysteriously disappearing back into the lake. While skeptics hypothesized that it could be a dirty animal that had gotten stuck in the mud, the guys who recorded the entity claimed it emitted a growl that didn't sound anything like an animal or a human. But I'll let you be the judge of this one. Aquatic Goblin? Recorded on a river somewhere in the world, a baffling sight has taken over the internet. With a bizarre goblin-like face, a strangely deformed body and tail, the creature crawled on the deck using its hands. Before the cameraman could get a closer look at the entity, it sprang into the water and disappeared, becoming a mystery that will haunt us forever. A genetic experiment, anomalous river creature, or something entirely otherworldly multiplying underwater. Imagining a whole army of these creatures sends shivers down my back, but authorities, as always, remain absent from the scene. Mermaid Cover Up. Hazmat suits in a remote location, recovering a body from the water? Yep, it's exactly what it looks like. A secret government cover-up or a failed experiment. One of the scientists hauled a body from the lake. Initially, it looked human, but then a tail became visible. Putting the mermaid into a plastic bag, they quickly left the site. Determined to find what they were up to, the guy who recorded the video planned to scout the place again. And what he captured next was even stranger. Some people in white were seen walking by the lake, and they were carrying something that they placed on a stretcher. It turned out to be a mermaid. What could these operations mean? Netizens were already cooking up theories from secret mermaid societies to failed genetic engineering attempts. My guess is, whoever these people are, they're trying to keep the existence of mermaids hidden from the public. Leaked UK Mermaid. Back in 2013, a mysterious video by the UK Coast Guard was leaked. The footage was so disturbing that I wouldn't be surprised if someone told me it's actually a clip from a horror movie. Patrolling the sea at night, the guards were startled when, out of nowhere, a creature swam past them at incredible speed. At first, it might seem like some sort of animal, but if you take a closer look at the entity, a human head and shining eyes are clearly visible. Seeing this, one of the men freaked out, reeling backward. Could it be a mermaid or something far more sinister? I have to admit, those eyes did not seem to have friendly intentions. Sea Serpent. If you find real-life mermaids hard to believe, you haven't seen sea monsters yet. This video, posted back in 2019, created waves on the internet, leaving everyone around the world speechless. The clip showed huge waves crashing around the bridge, when suddenly something emerged from the water. A huge black creature can be seen going in and out of the current. For a time, people on the internet speculated that it might be a log, but judging by the way it was twisting and turning, you cannot help but think of a gigantic eel. If this clip is the real thing, then we better be careful, because a creature like this is no joke. Dolphin or mermaid? A group of fishermen were shocked at what they saw during their trip. At first, they thought it was a dolphin swimming at breakneck speed, but when they went back and watched the video again, they realized it was not a regular clip. With a clearly visible human head, arms, and a shiny body, the creature quickly made its way through the water. No human could have moved so fast or with such skill, as if it was one with the sea. Netizens believed it was one of the strongest mermaid sightings to have ever been captured on camera, leaving us to wonder about the countless mysteries of the sea. Minnesota Lake Wonder. While enjoying a swim near his Minnesota lake house, a tourist was eager to capture the beauty of the lake and to test his new waterproof camera. Suddenly, a figure with a bright blue fin appeared before him in the murky waters. But before he could get a clear view of the entity, it quickly disappeared into the depths. Likely alarmed by the unexpected presence of a human in the otherwise secluded lake, that encounter was something straight from a storybook, leading us all to wonder, what mysteries do lakes in Minnesota hide? River Monster. An unbelievable creature was caught on camera swimming in a lake. It only emerged slightly from the water, long enough for us to see its unique gray and white coloration. As the video went viral, netizens started calling it the Loch Ness monster. However, others speculated that it was a whale of some sort, but the chances of whales swimming in such shallow waters are quite low, if not impossible. Could this actually be the fabled Loch Ness, or a regular sea creature of some sort? It Enigma. No matter how many times I replay the video, it's still hard to figure out what that creature is. Filmed at the Atlantic Ocean's coast, this video has left people scratching their heads. It showed an entity desperately trying to fly, but failing miserably at it. With a vaguely human appearance, it repeatedly fell back into the water as it struggled to take flight. As the clip hit the internet, wild theories began to emerge, with many netizens wondering if this was a hybrid mermaid with wings, while others suggested a bird that was trapped in a fishing net. But I'll let you guys have the final verdict. Island Mystery. A drone hovering over a remote island captured a sight that will leave even the most hardcore skeptics stunned. In the clear lake below, some kind of a creature was seen swimming as if it didn't have a care in the world. While from this far up we can barely make out its features, one thing was for sure, that it was a humanoid in nature, but the way it moved pointed towards marine life. You can almost see its fluorescent tail. Its fluid and natural movements only add to the authenticity of the video. Spiny Creature. A strange video has cropped up online showcasing an aquatic creature emerging during a glacial collapse in Alaska. 7 fin-like objects were seen poking out of the water, which after moments of surfacing, disappeared once again. The spines or fins on its back have led people to believe that it could be a dragon, speculating that the noise of the collapse caused it to rise to the surface. While you might think it could be a sea animal of some sort, the harsh conditions of the lake made it impossible for any normal being to survive there. Well, until the water body is further inspected, the creature's nothing more than another unsolved mystery. Sea serpent sighting. A couple of friends camping by a river in Sydney, Australia, witnessed something you don't see often. An unusual creature was swimming in the water right before their eyes. Although only a small part of its body was visible, it left an enormous trail behind, hinting at its unbelievable size. Skeptics believed it was a whale that had lost its way, but adventure lovers were convinced it was something far more sinister. Theories ranged from water dragons to the legendary sea serpents. Whatever it was, this mysterious encounter had got us all freaked out, and I bet swimming is the last thing on anybody's mind. Batfish or demogorgon? Have you ever wondered what Batman would look like as a fish? Well, this is it! With an odd dog-like head and bat-like wings, the dark creature was seen swimming in a freshwater lake. While that was one explanation for this otherworldly being, netizens drew comparisons with Stranger Things, calling it a waterborne demogorgon. Well, with looks like those, it's hard not to freak out when you see one. But it turned out to be a harmless black sea hare, the largest sea slug species. They're actually friendly towards humans, but I would still choose land over sea anytime I spot one. Suo Wessi Mermaid. Back in 2021, the routine fishing trip of a group of anglers in South Sulawesi, Indonesia, took an extraordinary turn. A massive carcass had drifted near their boat. With a huge tail and a body that looked vaguely human, it instantly reminded them of local legends of the Sulawesi Mermaid that was known to rule the waters after having defeated a mighty sea monster. Excited, they brought the body ashore to inspect it closely. However, it turned out to be nothing so magical, but just a dugong. The poor creature often gets misidentified as a mermaid due to its human-like torso and large fish-like tail. Mutation or hybrid? A video has been making waves on the internet, showcasing a creature that looks like it crawled out of a nightmare. Filmed by a fisherman on a beach in the Krabi province of Thailand, the entity has left experts speechless. With a grotesque fish-like body and a head so huge, it's out of proportion with the rest of its body. The being was seen floating lifelessly on the surface of the water. With the origin and nature of the carcass shrouded in mystery, netizens could only guess at its identity. From mutated marine creatures and deep-sea life to genetic experiments, the speculations were endless, but the truth is still out there. Mythical Creature. A couple of anglers were out fishing when suddenly they noticed something strange in the water. Did you see it? Probably not. Now let's slow it down. While these tails might look like they belong to regular fish, the fishermen were puzzled because there were no dolphins or seals living near the area. The question was, who could these tails belong to if not fish? Netizens went wild with speculation. Many chalked it up to evidence of mythical creatures, while others thought it was a large fish that had accidentally ended up in the river. Preserved mermaid. Centuries ago, creatures like mermaids and sea monsters were believed to be hidden in the world's vast oceans. But they might not be just a figment of our imaginations, as scientists in Japan believe one of the creatures may have been caught and preserved. They opened a box in February 2022, said to contain a mythical being captured by a fisherman back in the 1700s. Inside the box is a bizarre mummy that measures 12 inches long and has experts scratching their heads. With a face like a beast, sharp teeth, hands, and a fish-like tail, there was no doubt that this was a mermaid. But until those DNA test results come in, nothing can be said for sure. Mystery Beast. While fishing in their local river, a group of anglers came across something unexpected. As they combed through the waters, an entity drifted close to their boat. Sporting an odd coloration and reptilian skin, the submerged creature lingered around the fishermen as if it had sinister intentions. The men tried to poke it, and at one point even tried to reel it in, but the creature was so heavy that they gave up. What could this mystery beast be? Netizens were reminded of the creature from the Black Lagoon movie, leaving us to wonder about the kind of creatures that might exist underwater. Croatian mermaid. Back in 2016, a tourist filming the beautiful view of the Croatian coast captured a mysterious event. A sudden movement in the distance caught his attention. It was some type of creature leaping from the sea and disappearing back into it. Upon zooming in, the video showed a creature complete with 2 arms and a tail resembling a mermaid. Slowing down the footage will give you a clearer view of the being's mermaid-like features, with its arms raised in front as it dove into the water. However, the bad quality of the video led many to dismiss it as a hoax. Atlantic's mysterious visitor. While trying to figure out why some sharks were getting hurt, a group of marine biologists found something startling deep in the Atlantic Ocean. They sent a special camera underwater to look around, which captured something unbelievable. The creature had a long spear, which it was probably using to catch fish. The entity passed by the camera so fast that it was barely able to catch a glimpse of its tail. The video got lots of people talking as they speculated it was a mermaid, because who else could throw spears this deep in the ocean? Some even believed it was a spooky ghost trapped in the water, but the truth remains as elusive as ever. Alien-like mermaid. This mermaid will make you forget about the beautiful creatures depicted in fairy tales. From afar, it might look human, but up close, it's downright horrifying. With alien-like eyes, pale fish-like skin, and gills on its neck, the mermaid looks more like a swamp creature rather than a sea princess. And while its face still retains something slightly human, its webbed hands tell a different story. Where this strange entity came from is anybody's guess. Did it swim up from the depths of the ocean, or a place that we cannot even imagine? golden mermaid. In Mombasa, Kenya, by the ocean, locals experienced something incredible. They spotted something washed up on the beach at night. Going in for a closer look, they found that it was a strange mermaid-like creature. Her body was covered in golden scales, with a fish-like fin and arms like a human. The locals claimed that she was hurt, but recovered after they treated her injuries. But how much truth there was to their story? Nobody's sure. The mermaid mysteriously disappeared after the video was filmed, leading people to speculate secret government crackdowns. An actual mermaid? Or just a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Bluestone mermaid sighting. Vacations are for peace and fun, but sometimes things get interesting, like coming across a real-life mermaid. That's exactly what happened to a family from England on their holiday to Bluestone National Park Resort. In the brief video, a silhouette of a mythical creature can be seen underwater flapping its fin. And just as suddenly as it appeared, the creature vanished into the water once again. These encounters really make you wonder if there's more to these tales than we thought. Riding on the wave. This video captured something that's got everyone talking. A humanoid figure was seen in the sea, swimming with a speed that isn't possible for even the best human swimmers, considering the strong waves. While people initially thought it could be a dolphin, if we take a closer look, it's clear this isn't any ordinary sea creature. The presence of arms and the unmistakable form of a human torso show that it's some type of human-fish hybrid. Netizens have even started calling it a merman, while the quality of the video has left skeptics unconvinced. Extraterrestrial mermaid. While walking along a Vietnamese beach, a person was shocked to find this creature lying on the shore. The clip showed a tiny entity barely a few inches in length that looks similar to what you'd imagine an alien mermaid would look like. It even had webbed hands, a sign that it lived in the water. A few minutes into the video, something even more unbelievable happened. The creature lifted its head and looked into the camera. Could it be an actual real-life mermaid creature or nature's own experiment? Netizens had their own theories. While some thought it was a mutated creature, others believed it was an elaborate hoax. Florida mermaid. Back in 2016, something extraordinary happened on Florida's coast. Near Gator Pass, a few locals discovered a dried-up carcass. A single glance at the body will tell you this was no regular beach find, but a mermaid. As the camera went in for a close-up, the creature became even more horrifying. Its open mouth revealed lines of sharp, menacing teeth, covered in scales with bright red hair. While the people immediately notified the authorities, not everyone was convinced by this. Many believed the body was a prop, pointing out that although its body was decomposing, the hair had barely lost its luster. However, with almost nothing known about these creatures, we can't be sure about anything. Swimming in Rio. A local had the surprise of a lifetime while chilling on a beach in Rio de Janeiro in 2021. She was soaking up the sun when something in the water caught her eye. Thinking it might be dolphins or seals, she quickly grabbed her phone to capture the moment. But what sprang out from the waves wasn't your ordinary sea creature. At first, only a human head bobbed in the water. Then, as it dove down, a massive fin was seen flapping around. It looked just like a mermaid. The woman couldn't believe her luck and managed to get it all on video for the world to see. Silver Springs Mixup. On a sunny day in Silver Springs, Florida, a tourist and his family noticed something unusual in the water. The creature appeared to have a vaguely humanoid body and a giant fin. For a split second, they were convinced they'd found a mermaid. Zooming in on it, they even thought they saw a pair of arms. But just a few minutes more of closely observing the entity, the truth came out. It wasn't a mermaid after all, and turned out to be a misunderstood manatee. While it was nothing so magical, seeing the gentle giant was still something out of the ordinary for the tourists that crowded around the lake to take pictures of the animal. Caribbean's mythical waters. Drawn by the stories of mystery sea creatures, a traveler took a trip to the Caribbean. While exploring the waters with his best camera handy, he came across something straight out of a myth. A mysterious figure was swimming in the sea. At first, it was hard to spot, but a quick move showed off its fin. Different from any fish or sea creature we know, the unique fin led internet folks to believe that it belonged to an actual mermaid. I don't know about you, but this encounter has left me thinking if mermaids actually look like we've imagined them. Or are they hideous, otherworldly creatures? Now it's time for today's open discussion. On a relaxing family camping trip by the river, a strange sound caught everyone's attention. Curiosity got the better of them, and the family went to check it out, only to find something that defied reality. An odd-looking creature was sitting on a rock by the riverbank. It looked like no mermaid they'd ever seen, with large fins lining the sides of its face and the upper body of what seemed like a goblin. The creature looked like something from a horror movie rather than a fairy tale, and just as quickly as they saw it, that entity vanished, leaving everyone wondering what it was. Your guess is as good as mine. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.